The Caged Sparrow. In the heart of Mumbai, where the scent of cardamom and sea salt wafted through the crowded streets, lived a girl named Zara. Her world was once filled with laughter, wrapped in the warmth of her mother's embrace. But fate is a cruel sculptor. It carved sorrow into her life the day her mother's heart stopped beating, leaving Zara alone in a house that no longer felt like home. Her father, Suleiman, a man once known for his affectionate gaze, turned cold in his grief. Seeking solace, he remarried Shabana, a woman with eyes as deep as the ocean, yet with a heart as dark as its depth. From the moment Shabana stepped into their grand haveli, she cast a shadow over Zara's existence. Perhaps it was envy, or perhaps it was the simple cruelty of a woman who resented what she could never replace. Zara was stripped of her place in the family and reduced to a ghost haunting her own home. She ate alone, worked like a servant, and was hidden away from the noble guests who filled the halls with music and chatter. Her father, blinded by love or perhaps convenience, never saw the bruises Shabana left, not on her skin but on her soul. And then, as if the universe had not stolen enough from her, he decided to take away the last thing she owned, her freedom. At 18, Zara was promised to Rizwan, a wealthy trader from Meena Bazar. He will take care of you, her father assured her. But what did care mean? In a world where love was currency and daughters were debts to be settled. From the moment she stepped into Rizwan's mansion, she felt the air thicken with unseen chains. He dictated her every move, what she wore, whom she spoke to, when she could step outside. The doors of Rizwan Manzil were not doors at all. They were bars of gilded keys. Disobedience came at cost. Nights locked in the storeroom, meals withheld. He used to beat her all the time. There were bruises on her hands, feet, and neck. Each evening she sat by the latticed window, watching pigeons dance upon the minarets of a distant mosque, whispering her prayers into the wind, wondering if freedom was a dream reserved for birds and not for women like her. But fate was not done with her yet. One stormy night, as the rain lashed against the glass panes, a shadow slipped into her room, a whisper of the past. Aman, the son of their old driver. I know what he does to you. he murmured, his voice carrying the weight of unshed anger. I cannot let you wither away in this prison. Zara's heart pounded. Fear and hope waged war in her chest. He will find me, she breathed. Not if we make sure he never looks. That night they wove a lie so perfect it became the truth. Aman spread word that she had succumbed to an illness. Rizwan, unmoved, remarried within months. And Zara was no longer the obedient daughter, the silent wife. She was free. They fled to a small coastal town in Konkan, where the sea whispered secrets and the wind carried no commands. For the first time, she breathed air that was not controlled by a man's rules. For the first time, she felt the weight of her name without the burden of ownership. But her story did not end with escape. Zara, the caged sparrow of Mumbai, became the storm that freed others. With Aman by her side, she built a refuge, a hidden sanctuary within the walls of an old dargah. A place for women like her, women who carried bruises beneath their bones, women whose voices had been stolen by the world but were now learning to sing again. And so Zara was no longer just a girl who had been caged. She was the hand that opened the doors. She was the wing that taught others to fly.